Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Self-Care. We just finished the journey to the center of self-care, and now we're moving on to the experiencing of self-care. Now, to kind of quickly frame and outline what we'll be talking about or how we'll be viewing things, we take the standpoint of um, every environment has demand. Therefore, we are products of that demand. And if we are going to try to change things, then we must enter a new environment. So, for example, in our, let's say, overall social environment, we prize somebody being famous, rich, maybe hardworking, uh, and all those have specific demands that have to be met and characteristics that are drawn out of the person. And when these things are mastered or achieved in any noticeable amount, people are praised for these things. However, we can't say that generally any of these things are ever geared to the natural health of the individual. Therefore, when somebody strives for these achievements, they generally end up um, somewhat negating their own health, right? And therefore, then the health strain on the body is shown, and those are, um, let's say, accrued just like the benefits are accrued or the fame is accrued. These are just the costs of that thing. Now, if we're going to do something with self-care, we're going to create an environment that is different than the one that we kind of daily live in. And we're going to shape it so that natural health is the focus. This generally allows people to get rid of old habits and old thought patterns. And this is, again, something for the mature adult or the open-minded young teenager or a young person. This will allow you to, let's say, surpass those things that you never were able to surpass. Why were you not able to? Because the solution wasn't in the way that you were taking on life or taking on that scenario. If we do things differently, we can see different results, and thus the experiencing of self-care is this thing. Because it is something that does demand that the person does change and move forward on their own effort, but with the support and guidance of a self-care professional, then this is generally more challenging than the kind of therapeutic other health versions, in the way that the therapist is the one doing the majority of the work, and the patient is generally listening or receiving this advice or help and hoping that this will bring about the change. This experiencing with self-care is the kind of understanding to the point of action and then creating experience, learning from that experience, and then moving forward. So it is not something where you can sit back, relax, and hope for the best. You will be an active participant in the accruing of your own health benefits and the changing of your, let's say, old way of living life to one that is more sustainable to health and the one that you want to truly enjoy. This will take hard work, which is great because then you will be able to fully enjoy the results, and in a way that is able to not only improve your health but the health of the people that you surround, as you will be leading by example from the things that you learn to understand. Now, that all being said, we're going to go through two styles of this experiencing of self-care. One will be a little bit more, let's say, philosophical, and the other one a little bit more practical. So we'll take a look at what kind of experiences bring about the feeling, if you will, of self-care, what environment really brings that out in different places and scenarios in life, and then we'll do the background information on the kind of psychology and the history of this self-care change. Self-care can be administered in a personal, one-on-one level, in a family orientation, in a social environment or community, and in part in the history of humanity. All those things are possible, and it has this restoration because it is an environment that is truly supportive of the human being. All right, everybody, I hope you're ready for this new adventure and you join me on this experiencing of self-care. Thank you.